Welcome to Las Vegas Trader YouTube channel and the weekly analysis video of the financial markets. So let's get right to it and get to the charts and take a look what happened last week. So here's S&P 500, the daily chart. Looks like we might have put in a double top here. We got big rejection on Friday here of this high here, so I think it's going to be more clear on the NASDAQ. But take a look at the weekly here. So we do have a double tails, two topping tails, and looks like we're going to roll over to the downside on the weekly chart and the monthly chart. So we're starting a brand new month on Monday. So if this pattern here that we talked about last couple days, last couple weeks, is formed again, so we should see probably the same results. Anyways, let's go to our NASDAQ. Here's the daily chart. So I wish we closed on Friday on the lows, but we had a pullback the last 10 minutes or so. Let's take a look here. This is a 2-minute chart. As you can see here, we dropped and then just came right back. This is 12:30 Pacific Standard Time, and then we closed at 1 o'clock, which is right over here. So let's take a look here. This is the daily. And then the weekly, same thing. We formed a double top. This also, it's not this could be looked at as a pause and then continuation as well on a weekly chart. So we had 1 week of just indecision, a pause, and then continuation to the upside. And then the monthly chart looks the same as the S&P 500. So it's a little more powerful than this here. So we'll see how this month plays out. If this bar completely gets taken out and closes below it, even the body or this tail too, we're definitely going lower. Okay, so I like lower prices for the month, actually. So because of this lower high rejection, so I think we have put in the top. So let's jump into the Dow Jones. The daily chart looks a little bit different, as you can see. So we did have double top here. And we're sitting right at the moving averages here. So if they hold and we close above this price action here, we're going to retest these highs. If not, and we close, say Monday, the market goes down and we close below, especially this green bar, we're going lower. We're going to retest these support levels and the 200-day moving average. So that's the daily, the weekly. Yeah, I'll definitely like the move to the downside on a weekly. We try to close above this 20-day moving average, but we got rejected because of this double top here. The strong red bar prevented any move higher. So, and the monthly chart. So it's a little bit different from Nasdaq and S&P. So now we need to close this month below these two green bars to see lower prices. So I think we will see that this month, just like the other indices. So here's Russell 2000. If you watched last week's video, I said that Russell, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was Monday, Friday. This was the Monday's candle. So I said that we're going to go higher. So we kind of 3 days of just range. And then we just Thursday and Friday, we broke above the moving averages. So in the weekly, we're still staying below these the 200-day moving average and the 20. So if we see a nice red bar and closes below these two green bars, and breaks below the 50-day moving average, we're going way lower. So that's on the weekly. And the monthly. So the monthly shows us pretty much that we are in a range. It's a clear picture, okay, between 22 and say 1700. So, but now, so if this month we close below this green bar and 20-day moving average, we're gonna go lower. If not, if we close the month above this red bar, we're gonna go higher. So that's the monthly chart. And let's move on to crude oil. So if you remember from last week's video, let's see, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So this bar was the Friday's bar. So I said that we're going to see a little pullback, retest this, say $80, and we did that. Well, barely, but we moved down and we just kind of chopped. So I think we just pausing for a while, and then I think we're going to go higher. Let's take a look at the weekly here. So confirms my bias to the upside, because we are above the moving averages, the 200, the 50, and the 20. So now we need to close above this red bar. Okay, we tried, but we got rejected. So that's that was the first try. So let's go for another one this week and close above, and probably retest these 86 level highs, and then it will be the 92s. Okay, so here's the monthly chart. So I definitely like higher prices because this 20-day moving average, it just prevented lower prices, and we formed a bottoming tail here right at the 20-day moving average, and we closed above this red bar. So we are moving higher for the month. So $92 is right over here, this tail. So that's that would be my target at least for the month. So let's move on to gold. So now we see this on a daily chart, clear double top. We had a big move, moved sideways, drop again, came back down, and we came back up, got slammed again. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, so that was on That was on Friday. So now we might be moving higher because this is support, as you can see, and we had a nice on Thursday, nice move, and now we took out this red bar, and then Friday we just kind of did nothing really. So I think it's going to continuation to the upside, but there's resistance here, 23.75 or so, and on the weekly, which now makes sense because this raising 20-day moving average, it just prevented lower prices. So I think we're going higher. So we might be chopping here for, trading within this range because this is a pretty powerful drop. So it might go up, down, up, up until the election probably. I'm thinking. Depends how strong the moves are, up or down. Okay, so that's the weekly and the monthly. So we do still have these two topping tails, but the month did not close below this green bar. So so we need to have a nice powerful green bar and erase these two tails to go any higher, because there's going to be a lot of work for the bulls. Let's see, that's the monthly. Let's move on to silver. On a daily, I mean, look at this. What's going on here? Let's try this again. How come it's not drawing anything? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's try another one here. So you can see a channel moving down. So we are within this channel. Okay. We try to close above this red bar, but this declining now 20-day moving average is resisting. So we might have a second shot at it. Or move down and retest this lower channel. Let's erase this and move on to the weekly here. So this strong move up, and now we're pulling back. So we are roughly about a little over 50% retracing this move. So, but the 20-day moving average is still catching up. It's not like gold that was right at the candle. So and we are sitting right at support here, the recent support, and then here also. So we might see if we close this week above this red bar, we're gonna go higher. If not, we might retest and test this 20-day moving average here. So 20, 28 and a quarter or so. So we'll see how it plays out, but I think we're gonna go higher. Same thing on the monthly chart. You might see a little pullback again and just move higher, because we are looking bullish on gold and silver right now. So let's go to Bitcoin. Let's go with the forex pricing here. It's live. So we are in this range between 73,073 and 58. So, and this 200-day moving average is now rising and caught up to the price. So we should see a bounce off the 200. But last week, as you remember, I called for the move down. And we did get this move down, okay? And I think I said 58,000 was the target. So we almost hit it, 58.5. Because the 200-day moving average was the target. So we almost did reach that. The weekly again. So now we are sitting right at, well, right below the 20-day rising 20-day moving average. So we might retest it, come back up, touch it, and come right back down. Or if we close above it, then we're moving higher. So we'll see what happens this week. But on a monthly chart, we almost closed below this bar, but we did not. I mean, we went as low as 58.5, but this green bar here is pretty strong, so it's going to take a lot of bears to push it down. So this might look like a pause as well. So it's going one bar up, one bar down, one up, one down. So now, are we going back up, going back up, or just continuing the move down? Either one can happen, really. So because we are sitting right at, see, this is the support becomes the ceiling, so it's going to become hard to break through unless you are really strong move to the upside. But let me take a look at the 4-hour chart. So I think we're going higher from the looks of the 4-hour chart, because it failed to produce a new low. See, low, lower low, lower low, then lower low, came back up, and we failed to produce a new one. So we might be testing 66,000. So 66,000, that would be right around here, right at the 50-day moving average. But that could be in the course of the whole week. So 66, that would put us right here. So if we close at 66 or so, or a little lower, above the 20-day moving average, we're going to probably continue higher, or unless well, we'll see what happens this week first. Let's take 1 week at a time. But and the monthly chart, so yeah, I would have liked this red bar to close like below this tail here, but that would take a lot of work, so we didn't. So this might be just a pause, and now we'll move back up. Anyways, let's move on to the dollar. Here's the daily chart. So we have this. So I did call for bull move on this bar, and we did move up, and now we are sitting right, roughly within this range of this red bar. So the 20-day moving average is going to be catching up, and so we might see a little sideways action, go back a little more, and then continue move higher. That's on the daily chart. The weekly, so we had to look at pause bar, okay, with a slightly larger tail. So I think we're going to go higher for the dollar. This is the weekly and the monthly. So the month is complete. So we took out about 75% or so, 70% of this red bar. So now we just need to take it out this month and go higher. So I think that's what's going to happen. Going to go higher, so the precious metal should go lower if that happens. And let's go to the bond market, which is a little bit crazy what happened on Friday. Yeah, we had this just negative day on Friday. I don't know what happened. But we did stop right around the 200-day moving average. Almost 2% down. Let's take a look at the weekly here. So we did not take out this big green bar. So we are still sitting roughly right at these moving averages. So anything can really happen. If we take out this red bar this week, we're going higher. But if we take out this green bar, we're going to go lower. And even these two bars. Looks like we might be going lower. But that one day on Friday, this bar would have been, if it closed, if we just chopped and stayed above these moving averages, this bar would have taken out this, which would have closed above this red bar. But it's just produced the top and tail here. So I hope it produces another green bar and test this $97 action here at the 20-day moving average and break above it. So, but I'm still sticking with it that this is a reverse head and shoulders. If that Friday wasn't so negative, that would have confirmed it. But this is a little worrisome too. So I don't know. We'll see what happens this week. If this week this bar gets taken out with the green, we're gonna go higher and continue. If not, we're rolling over and going down. So if we're gonna go down, this would be support 88.50 or so, a little lower, $88. Yeah. So we'll see what happens this week. This is going to be an important week for the bonds. What exactly is going to happen? Are we going to continue to move down, or are we going to take it out and just move up? I hope we're going to go move up. So Anyway, so that's it for this week. I'm gonna try to go stream live on Tuesday morning, so you can watch me trade. We'll see how that goes. I've been having some issues with the setting up these live streams, so we'll see how that goes. But anyways, please subscribe, like the video, and share with anybody you think might benefit from this content. Give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next week. Next video. If you haven't watched last week's video, go watch that one first, and then look what happened this week. And I'm pretty accurate, roughly between 70 and 80% or so on these analysis videos. So take care, and we'll see you next week.